Hi guys, my name's Paige and I work for Micah and Hamoudi Merwat with Merwat Enterprises. And you are a part of their group within EXP, the Ultimate Expansion Group. So as a member of their group, you are able to access a lot of training. Today, we are going to be training you on the basics of KvCore and how to utilize KvCore. I'll give you a tour and I'll also be showing you how to find additional training on KvCore. I'm going to go ahead and get started. And the first thing I want to show you here is that as a new agent appears in our EXP system, the EXP enterprise system, what I do is each new agent that appears as a member of the group gets a welcome email that looks just like this. If you haven't received a welcome email, check your spam or also go ahead and reach back out to me and I can connect you with a welcome email. And the reason that I'm showing you this is that there is training available to you as a member of the Ultimate Expansion Group, and it is offered to you for free using this agent partner code here. So when you click the link to the training site, it'll look like this and you'll enroll, and then you will actually be prompted to buy the individual courses, but you will have the opportunity to enter that coupon code. As you can see, they go for certain amounts, but you will receive all of this training for free. And if you scroll to the bottom of the course here, we have the KvCore lead generation course. There's 3 different courses you can take that Micah's put together. A course on forwarding your domain to KvCore, a KvCore overview, which is similar to what we're doing here. And then there are the KvCore best practices. So this is the first stop that I want to show you in finding additional training involving KvCore. Only the first of many. Okay. So the second place where you can find information on training for KvCore and other training will be inside Workplace, and you will be automatically added to the Ultimate Expansion Group. When you join EXP as a member of this group, you receive training here as well. All of the information that Micah has on upcoming courses, or if she has any kind of lectures coming up, she will post that information here in this group page. So make sure that you are paying attention to the workplace group, the Ultimate Expansion, and then how that relates to KvCore training. I'm scrolling down to about midway through. The post is March 9th. There was a icon agent, William Mahan, who did a 1-hour lecture on generating leads using KvCore. So if you come to this link here, it will actually redirect you to the YouTube video, and you can watch the entire 1-hour Zoom meeting for free. And that will be more in detail on specifically how to make money using your KvCore system. He's very good and he gives you all the tips and tricks. Reach out to me and I can email you this link. This link here offers recorded training that that KvCore offers through their company. This is all of the recorded training in one place that you can go and revisit. So again, if you do want a link to this page, I can forward it to you. Just reach out to me. So the initial part of signing up for KvCore should have already been something that you have done. If not, you're going to need to come here to expenterprise.com. And on the left-hand side where it says optional services, you need to go ahead and sign up for KvCore here. You'll put in your information, check mark this box here and click send. Then they will email you when you have your login information, and you'll be able to log in to KvCore, which is this site here. Okay, so if you haven't done that already, go ahead and make sure that is the first step to getting up and running with KvCore, is that you do have to sign up for KvCore. Then you will log in through KvCore. It will not be utilizing your passport, which is what you use for your EXP systems. The login will be something you set, which is separate. And once you do that, you'll see this dashboard here. So let me give you a quick tour of this dashboard, but first let me point you in the direction of training here within the EXP system. There's plenty of training on their end as well. There's no lack of support when wanting to learn about how to utilize KvCore in your business. The first is down here on the right bottom corner. There's a chat box so that you can speak with an active tech support or support agent through KvCore. They can answer questions live. The next I want to show you is the learning portal, which is on the left-hand menu here at the bottom. If you click the learning portal, it brings you to KvCore's courses, and they do have their own course plan, the Agent Success Plan. If you click on that, my internet's a little slow, but when you click on that, it'll show you there's a 4-week course on training on how to get started with KvCore, an introduction. You watch through these videos, then you go to the next, and you'll see exactly step by step how to set up KvCore. And then as you get further in, it will show you more advanced techniques using KvCore as well. So I definitely recommend, as you get started with the KvCore system, if you don't know how to use KvCore and you're looking to really make the most of it, going to this learning portal here and watching their courses. You don't have to do it in 4 weeks. You can do one video right after the other and get it done quicker. But that is a very powerful resource for you, as well as the support center, which is here. Inside this support center, they have some commonly asked questions like how to set up your profile, how to import your leads, and also how to start using your website. But they also have this blue link here, which is going to show you all articles involving KvCore. So basically, anything you could be looking for as far as you want to learn more about a specific topic inside KvCore, you can search for articles on that topic here. For instance, if you have another CRM that you need to import leads from, you can do that and you can just search bulk import leads. And then it'll pop up all of the articles that contain how to bulk import your leads. See here exactly how to import your leads, and then you can read the articles on that subject. So anything that you have a question about, search through articles here on KvCore so you can kind of teach yourself how to do those things. Micah likes to say that you are the CEO of your own business, your own real estate business. So you're in charge of how successful you become. And we're just here to point you in the right direction for how to use these tools to your benefit. Okay, and then the last thing over here, there are on the dashboard, KvCore training. Here again is the agent success plan, those courses I showed you, the 4-week. That can be found here as well. But there's also this live training calendar. So KvCore offers these courses live, and here is their training calendar. So you can never miss an event or a training. You can always find that information here and attend. Okay. Now that we've covered how to find further information on KvCore, I'm just going to take you through the system just so you're comfortable with locating everything. This is going to be a very basic overview of the KvCore system, and then you're going to take it upon yourself to research into those training and support videos that I've already shown you. Okay, so the top, we'll start top to bottom here on the dashboard. And then on the left side, this is the menu. So if I say over here in the menu, that's what I'm referring to. On the top of the dashboard, we have this blue quick actions drop-down menu. And from here, you can add contacts, add phone calls, add notes, add tasks, send emails, or also post blogs. You have your inbox and you have your notifications here. You also can see recent activity here. And then on the very top corner where it says micah.marwat@exprealty.com, that's a drop-down menu. And what you see here is your smartphone number, your subdomain, and then you can also see your profile here and edit your profile here. So the top one, the smartphone number, that is something that it will be assigned to you based on your area, and you will share with other agents in the same area this smart number. You're welcome to purchase your own smart number. However, it's not necessary. The smart number is going to be useful for when you are setting up text codes, which I'll explain more of that later, but let's go ahead and take a look at the subdomain. Everyone will be assigned their own domain name, and it is going to be your first name, last name, .exprealty.com, automatically assigned to you. And this is what that page will look like. It's somewhat customizable. So there's built-in search engine optimization, and then you can kind of customize certain parts of the website. But this is what they all sort of look like. One thing you do want to check is that when you scroll to the very bottom and you see here your phone number, just make sure that that phone number that's listed here is your personal phone number, not the smart number. Again, this is semi-customizable. You can go through and edit what's shown here as well as um, the photo that's in the background and stuff like that. If you have your own domain name already, or if you prefer to purchase one through a website such as GoDaddy.com, you can do that. And when I showed you those courses inside the Marwat Enterprises coursework, if you remember, the first course in the KvCore curriculum was forwarding domain. So in that video, it shows you how to forward your domain and mask it to this KvCore system. So I'm not going to get into that, but just know it is possible to use a different domain name. Coming back here to the rest of the dashboard, we just have the summary of the calls that we have scheduled for the day, as well as the tasks. Any company announcements will show here. Again, there's the additional training and calendar there. So to set up your calls, you're going to want to come back up here and edit your profile. And then over here where it says settings on the right-hand side where the gear icon is, click that and scroll to the middle of the page here to daily call creation. And you can set up your daily calls here. It's going to automatically generate leads for you to call every day based on the criteria that you set here, as long as you have auto create calls each day turned on. So it will be blue here. So this one's Micah's. She wants to receive calls or leads to call based on this criteria here that she set: prospect, new leads, and active leads. She wants to call 10 a day, and she wants an email sent to her with those leads at 8 o'clock every morning. So what that's going to do is at 8 o'clock in the morning on every single weekday, and you can also have it select weekends, but she doesn't have that here. The system, KvCore, will email her 10 leads to call from her CRM, and then it'll just auto generate that into her inbox, and she'll be able to make those calls. But also, if you go back to the dashboard, you can see that the calls are here that she needs to make. And you can, if you have your mobile app, the KvCore mobile app, you can actually make those calls directly from your cell phone there. So that's kind of a cool way to stay on top of contacting your leads every day. So the rest of the dashboard is pretty self-explanatory. You can see your daily activity, you can see your tasks, your calendar, and your business analysis here as well. So going to the next one, Smart CRM. This is the back end of your domain, your website. So everything that comes in as you capture leads, all is stored within the Smart CRM here. So these are your leads that you've captured, or these are actually Micah's, obviously. And you can click on a specific lead and see their activity, a summary of their activity, their information that was captured up here. So you get their phone number and their email address. On this side over here on the right, you can call them directly from here. You can text, send email. You could send a video or even a voicemail. Under more actions, you can share this contact. You can transfer or refer this lead to somebody else. Down here, you can actually see them on Facebook, find them in Google or LinkedIn. That's a great way to connect with your leads, to find them on social media. Here you see the summary of their activity. So she was looking at one property, is a single family in Oklahoma City with 3 beds and 2 baths for around $215,000. So now, based on that criteria, you can see what they were searching for and really narrow down additional properties to send to this lead. You can also add this lead to a campaign, which I'll show you more about drip campaigns later, but here you can add individual leads to campaigns. Here. And then the campaign is going to contact this lead on your behalf based on the criteria that you set. So when you look at this page, the Smart CRM, again, you see the leads here and you can click them individually and see their information. You can see any activity that you have already done with this lead. As long as you've logged calls, you can see the calls here, any kind of email or text messages as well. Okay, it shows you the location, what they're interested in, when they last visited your website, the date the lead was created, where the lead came in from, and then you can also mass email, mass text, video message. You can add each lead to hashtags to group them together. Okay, you can add individual contacts here as well. The next one is your listings. So this pulls listings from the MLS. These are all of the listings in the system. You can go through and filter to where you see all listings. You can also just look at your own listings here, or the agency listings. So all of the EXP listings would be shown here. Just make sure before you do select to share another agent's listing that you double check with your state to make sure that that is allowed. Some states don't allow you to share other agents' listings, so just double check with your broker and find out the guidelines there. So when you are searching for a specific listing type, maybe you wanted to go back and share more on that lead that we saw, what she was looking for. She was looking in the Oklahoma City area. You can also draw a certain area on the map there. And then she was looking at about, I think it was 215,000. So we'll go, okay. Um, we'll say all. You can get really generic or you can get really specific here. As you can see, there's all different types of filters that you can apply to get really, really specific. We're going to apply this filter here. I think she was looking at 2+ bed, and I think it was 2+ bath. When we apply those filters. So now from the MLS, it's going to pull all of the listings that fit that criteria, and you'll be able to see it here. So if I wanted to share one of these, I could select and then email the listing, text the listing. Property boost is something additional that I'll touch on later. You can also email them to specific hashtags. If you've grouped your leads into hashtags, you could email to specific hashtags here and text to hashtags as well. If I click on the listing, whichever listing I want to share, you have some options. So you can send via email. You can also post directly to your Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Craigslist here. So if you want to post to Craigslist from KvCore, you need to be using the Google Chrome search engine. And then you can download the Chrome extension for KvCore. And to do that, you can do one of two things. If you select in this property, post to Craigslist, and you haven't already downloaded it, it will prompt you here to download the KvCore Google Chrome extension. You can also Google KvCore Chrome extension, and you'll be able to find that here as well. So this is what the extension looks like. Mine's already installed, but as you see, this blue icon here is also right here on the top of my browser. So that's the KvCore extension. If I click on that and set my URL, obviously I'm going to find where I'm located, which just happens to be in Washington State, and then wherever I want to be looking, so, or posting to. The Seattle, Tacoma area would be mine. I'm not going to set that now, but that's what you would do. You would set your URL after you download the extension, and then once you do that, you want to come back into KvCore and refresh your page. Sometimes it won't work until you refresh your page, so that is an important step to remember. So then you have the KvCore Google Chrome extension downloaded. You can then come back in here and post this property to Craigslist from the click of a button. It's going to generate on its own a post. And after it does that, you will publish the post and then go into your email and approve it. So it's super, super simple. You can do multiple properties a day with just a couple of seconds there. Other things you can do here are you can get the direct link to this property to share on your social medias. Then you can obviously see information about the property. So again, that's in listings. The next one I'll be showing you is marketing autopilot. Here you can create that smart campaign that I referred to earlier. What a smart campaign is if you think of it as a virtual assistant for you to use through KvCore, it's going to reach out to leads on your behalf based on the criteria that you set up under the campaign. So in order to start a campaign, you need to find the campaign that you want in the KvCore library. For instance, maybe you want to have a campaign running for homeowners. As you can see here, when you add this campaign, these are the actions that will automatically take place. So immediately an email would go out, immediately a text would go out. And then day 1, day 3, day 5, all of these actions would take place automatically when you set this campaign up for your lead. However, you can also create your own campaigns by adding a campaign here, and you can make it from scratch. So the emails that go out and the texts that go out will be set up in templates here. Okay, so you'll need to set and edit those here. Let me click on one here. Let's look at this one, edit. So here's the template name. Here's the subject. And this is the email that gets sent when it's time for that email to go out. So you can write your email here, add the link and all of that good stuff. And then you'll update template. And then, so what that does, you can also do text messages and calls here as well. Once you set those templates up, when you're editing your campaign, you can edit the email here. And then if you write down which template you wanted to use, that's the easiest way to do it. Then you can select whichever template it was here. And then that exact template, whatever you wrote inside there, whatever link you shared, will go out on the day that it's scheduled to go out. This is all customizable, but the easiest way to do it is to use the ones that are already set. That's in Smart Campaigns. And then the preset campaigns are within the KvCore library. You can search for specific campaigns as well. So other things that I'm going to show you here in the marketing autopilot, you can add search alerts. You can schedule mass emails. Okay, a lot of different things here available for you to explore on your own time because there's just so much. You can even do automated emails and texts on your contacts' birthdays and anniversaries. If that's something you wanted to do, you can schedule that in here. Next is the lead engine down on the next side of the menu here. You can create landing pages here, select your domain, and then select Start Building. So up here, you can add your hashtag here. It's optional. You can add a URL, so a link to whatever it's going to be redirecting them to. You can check to require a phone number. So when they want to see your value add, they can either optionally add the cell phone or you can require it. You can change the background photo. And then you can also edit the text here. So whatever you were doing, maybe it's open houses in your area. And then see, you would add the URL here for the link that would redirect them to the open houses in their area. And then when they want to see that, they would have to enter the information and you would capture the lead and then it would redirect them to that value add. The next thing here is the IDX squeeze page. Just select your domain here and hit start building. And what this does is it lets you be really specific and targeted in the leads that you're going after. For example, you can add your search area. We'll go Oklahoma City. Update any of this criteria that you want, but let's go ahead and say we're doing the open houses in the Oklahoma City area. And then what you do is you generate a link, and this generates a live link to the open houses in the specific area that you entered there. So let me show you that. Here we are. So if you were doing the landing page that I just showed you before, and you wanted to redirect them to this, which is the open houses in Oklahoma City, then you would put that in the URL. Let me go back and show you that one again. Here, you would just paste that link there, and that would redirect them directly there to the open houses in the Oklahoma City area. So it's pretty easy to be more targeted on your lead generation here. You can also, using the same criteria, open houses, generate link, and you can use the long link here, this direct link, to post to social media. You can also use this short link here. Just keep this in mind that the short link can be used for when you go in and set up your text codes. Okay, that's the one you would use. And again, I'm going to get into text codes here in a minute. You can do the same thing for sellers. You can target the sellers that you are looking for in a specific area and generate a link here. The next one is transactions. That's pretty self-explanatory. Don't need to really explain this. Is going to be a list of your transactions here. Web and IDX is where you can come to, as I told you before, your domain is sort of customizable. Here's where you would do those customizations. You can change the background photo and a few different things here. You can also here add posts, blogs to your domain, and you can also add testimonials and stuff like that. If you come to the web and IDX, that's where you would come to do those things. The marketplace. Marketplace is where you would find additional add-ons for KvCore that are not included but cost extra. So if you want to look through these and maybe you're looking for some additional advertising, this is where you could come to find add-ons. The one Micah likes to use is this Core Property Boost. So I think that's the only one she really uses in here. It's a one-time fee to run an ad for a specific amount of time. I think it's 3 weeks. And then I'm not sure, but I'm pretty positive that she said it was about $12. So basically you run an ad for just those 2 or 3 weeks for whatever property it is. And then you can see here she captured 17 leads just off of those couple of weeks she ran the ad. Here you can see that it breaks down to about $3 per lead for her. So that's a good one to use if you just want a one-time ad run. There are other things, including the Making It Rain that's powered by EXP. So if you're more interested in learning about these, I would suggest you go back into the support center and then research articles on whichever one you're looking into. Here you can also, like I told you before, you can purchase your own smart number, but again, that's not necessary. As long as you set up your own text codes, you can use the smart number that is provided for you for free. The business analytics is where you can see where your leads are coming from, and you can really focus on maybe what's more successful. You can see your source performance. You can see your KvCore activity, etc. And again, down here we have the support center and the learning portal. Okay. Back up to marketing autopilot. I'm sorry, back up to lead engine. That's what I needed to show you. Two more things on here. So on lead engine, I did forget to mention, this is where you set up your text codes. You would go to call capture, and then you would set your text codes here. You can edit them. You can reuse the same code for multiple properties just by going in and editing it and updating it. So for instance, if Micah had someone text 1234 to her smart number, she could go in and then have this message or this link, whatever you put in here, send to their number, and you would capture that lead as they were redirected to whatever you had put in there. So it's kind of a cool deal for you. And then the other one is bulk import. So under lead engine here in the middle on the menu, you come over here to bulk import if you have another CRM that you need to import your leads from. And then you can either let KvCore do it for you, or you can also do it yourself. Okay, and now we've covered everything. I do want to let you know that KvCore is changing a little bit the way that they're laid out. So here where it says switch to the new KvCore, you can switch back and forth between new version and old version. They are pretty similar. And that's about it for us today. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My email is Mruwat, MRUWAT, enterprises@gmail.com. And then I also offer this tutorial every Wednesday at 12 o'clock Eastern time. So if you feel like you need to revisit KvCore and take the tour again, I do have that course. It's a Zoom meeting every Wednesday. So that is at 12 Eastern Standard Time. Usually it's about a 30-minute deal. And you can always reach out and I'll send you the Zoom information. So I hope you feel more confident using KvCore and that you take it upon yourself to then go and research and learn more with the tools that I gave you to find out more training on the subject. And again, just feel free to reach out to me. Have a great day.